Welcome back to The Explainer. All right, let's jump right in. Today we're taking a really fascinating look at a piece of 8th grade curriculum from the heroesmartacademy Godly Learners series. We're exploring something so incredibly common, you probably interact with it dozens of times a day without a second thought, but it's literally the foundation of everything. From powering the microscopic cells in green plants to giving you the physical energy to run around, this curriculum dives into what it calls the living stream. Basically, water's absolutely essential role in all life processes, and interestingly, how it mirrors our spiritual well-being. The curriculum actually kicks things off with this powerful scripture from John chapter 4, verse 14. But whoever drinks the water I give them will never thirst. This really establishes the dual theme of our source material today. As we go through this explainer, we'll see how the authors explore physical water sustaining the physical body, right alongside their theological perspective on how spiritual water sustains the soul. They present both as absolutely critical for a healthy, balanced life. So the text uses this to illustrate the concept of living water. The curriculum teaches that just like our physical bodies desperately need hydration to survive, to sweat, to digest, to just move around, our inner selves, our souls, require spiritual hydration. It posits that God offers this living water for the soul, which beautifully mirrors how physical water sustains and gives life to the body. Kind of keep that parallel in the back of your mind as we dive into the science presented in the course. Here's our agenda for today's explainer. 1. The dual power of water. 2. How plants drink light. 3. Cellular respiration in you. 4. Digestion and waste removal. And 5. Education powered by morality. Section 1. The dual power of water, connecting biology, chemistry, and environmental science. Transitioning into the science of it all, the text emphasizes that understanding water is practically the ultimate cheat code to understanding life science. The crucial takeaway from the source here is this: water is the key player in nearly every life process, and I literally mean every single one. It's part of this massive continuous cycle happening all around us, and obviously inside us. From helping plants make their own food completely from scratch, to assisting our bodies in breaking that food down, life absolutely depends on water. Section 2. How plants drink light, the magic of photosynthesis. To really understand this, let's shift our focus to the very beginning of the biological cycle, plants. Imagine a simple green leaf sitting out in the sun, basically creating food out of thin air. It feels like magic, right? But it's the incredible, scientifically measurable process of photosynthesis. If you look at the basic word equation for it, the inputs are water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight. Then, through a complex chemical reaction, they produce the outputs, glucose, which is a type of sugar, and oxygen. Without water as that starting ingredient, this whole amazing process stops dead in its tracks. But you might be wondering, what exactly is water doing in that equation? Well, it acts as a crucial reactant. During photosynthesis, the water molecule is literally split apart. It provides the necessary electrons and supplies the hydrogen ions that the plant absolutely has to have to build that glucose. The water literally sacrifices its own structure to help create the food that sustains the rest of the food chain. To put that into perspective, every single molecule of oxygen you are breathing in right now, that came from a water molecule that a plant split apart to survive. Pretty wild to think about. Section 3. Cellular respiration in you, how your body powers up. The curriculum then transitions from the plants outside to the human cells inside our own bodies. Because all that glucose and oxygen the plants just made, your body needs to use it. That brings us to a core biological term, cellular respiration. It's defined as the process where cells use oxygen and glucose to release energy. This is the exact biological engine running inside you right at this very second. It's what gives you the energy to sprint on the soccer field, to think through a tough math problem, or to just sit here and learn. Your cells are essentially tiny power plants, and cellular respiration is exactly how they keep your lights on. If we look at the equation for cellular respiration, notice the inputs, oxygen and glucose. Your body is utilizing exactly what the plants just created. Your cells take those inputs and produce the outputs, energy to keep you moving, and water. That's right, your body actually produces water as a direct result of generating energy. This perfectly illustrates an incredibly beautiful, unbroken loop in nature. In photosynthesis, water is a reactant. It gets used up at the very beginning of the process. But in cellular respiration, water is a byproduct. It's created at the end. So plants use water to make food and oxygen, and you use that food and oxygen to make energy and water. It's just a perfect, continuous circle. Section 4. Digestion and waste removal. Breaking down and cleaning up. So we've talked about the microscopic, cellular level, but the curriculum also zooms out to the macro level of the human digestive system to show how water physically helps you process food. Step 1. Your saliva, which, fun fact, you actually produce enough of in a single year to fill 2 whole bathtubs, starts breaking down complex food molecules the literal second you take a bite. Step 2. Because of this watery environment, nutrients can actually be absorbed into your body. Step 3. Once those nutrients are used, water acts as the ultimate cleanup crew, flushing toxins away from your cells. And Step 4. That waste is carried completely out of your body via urine or sweat. So water is basically both the prep cook and the janitor of your entire digestive system. Section 5. Education Powered by Morality, the HeroesmartAcademy Godly Learners series. Now, the curriculum transitions from the physical cleansing of toxins we just talked about to a philosophical conclusion about the spiritual cleansing of our minds. The foundational philosophy of this source material is that education without morality will hurt. The text argues that just learning complex biology and chemistry isn't quite enough. Information needs wisdom and a strong moral compass to actually guide it safely.
The curriculum actually poses a really direct challenge to its students with this question. What is the point of being smart and highly educated if we use that knowledge to make bad choices that hurt ourselves and others? It posits that while science gives us the amazing how of the natural world, faith and morality provide the why, guiding us on how to use our knowledge for good. To answer that why, the curriculum points to Romans chapter 8, verses 6 through 7, which promises peace of mind to everyone who keeps their focus spiritual. The authors argue that intertwining biblical morality with scientific education is the proven path to experiencing true peace. They suggest that when your mind is balanced between learning the wonders of the physical world and staying spiritually grounded, you find a harmony that absolutely nothing else can provide. So the source leaves us with a really fascinating duality to ponder. Let physical water sustain your body, and living water sustain your soul. We so easily accept that our physical bodies would just completely fail without a refreshing drink of water, right? But the curriculum asks us to step back and consider what our inner selves need to survive. If science provides the living stream that animates ourselves, what is the living water that animates your purpose? Keep learning, keep growing, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.